Okay, good afternoon, everyone. This is Laura Tibbetts in the system office. I have that it's 4:01, and with that, I'm going to start the special called meeting and turn it over to Chair Austin.
Thank you, Laura. This special call telephonic meeting of the Texas State University System Board of Regents will now come to order. The agenda for this meeting was registered with the Secretary of State on April 18th. For the record, the date is April 21st, 2022. And the time is 4:02 p.m. Please note the audio of this meeting is being broadcast live. Before we take roll call, I would like to remind everyone to please mute their devices unless you need to speak. Laura will now take roll call.
Thank you, Chair Austin. I'm going to start with the regents, starting with you, Chair Austin.
Present.
Vice Chair Crane. Regent Crane. We had you.
Okay.
There you
Hi.
are. Okay, yeah, we'll just leave you unmuted for now.
Okay,
And
here.
then, great, thank you. Vice Chair Tinsley.
Present.
Thank you. Regent Amato.
Present.
Regent Foskey.
Present.
Thank you. Regent Flores.
Present.
Regent Harrell.
Present.
Regent Lee.
Present.
Regent Scott.
Present.
And do we have student Regent Sedegas?
Present.
Oh, great. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to move next to the system staff, starting with Chancellor McCall.
Present.
Thank you. Vice Chancellor Herrera.
Present.
Vice Chancellor Winnemute.
Here.
Vice Chancellor Hayek.
Here.
Vice Chancellor Harper.
Here.
Vice Chancellor Cunningham.
Here.
Carol Fox.
Here.
Derek Alexander.
Here.
Do we have any other system staff on the call? I know several are streaming, so thank you. Okay, and now we'll move down to our institutions, starting with Lamar University.
Present.
Dr. Taylor, thank you. Sam Houston State University. I see a 936. Okay, they may be streaming. Sol Ross. Sol Ross told me Dr. Continuous was on the call or would be streaming. I'll move to Texas State University.
Denise Trouth here.
Thank you. And then we also have as our guest, Dr. Danforth.
I'm here. Thank you.
Moving on to LIT.
Lonnie Howard.
Thank you, President Howard. Lamar State College Orange.
Tom Johnson, present.
Thank you. And do we have anyone from Lamar State College, Port Arthur?
Yes, Betty Renard here. Thank you.
Thank you, President Renard. And did I miss anyone on roll call? Okay, great. I think that might have taken longer than the meeting. So with that, I'll turn it back to Chair Austin.
Thank you, Laura. We have a quorum present. The board may elect to go into executive session as authorized by the Government Code, Chapter 551, to consider personnel, legal, and real estate matters, or otherwise to consult with and seek advice of its legal counsel. Our first order of business is an item from Texas State University System appointing Dr. Kelly Danforth as president of Texas State University. Chancellor McCall, do you have any comments?
First, I'd like to thank Chair Flores for chairing the search committee and Regents Harrell, Amato, and Crane for the excellent work that they and the other committee members did. They came up with 3 finalists, all of whom would have been a good president for Texas State University. We have, however, a sole finalist who, in my opinion, will be a phenomenal president for Texas State going forward. He's a man of vision, of drive. He is one who can motivate and cause others to join in that vision. And I look forward to working with and learning from Kelly Damphus in the years to come. He is committed to serve longer than the current president has. And I also want to thank the current president for 20 years of tremendous service to Texas State University. So with that, Regents, it is my recommendation that you consider the appointment and in fact appoint the 10th president of the university, Kelly Damphus.
Thank you, Chancellor McCall. Regents, do you have any questions or comments? And Dr. Damphus, this is Regent Austin. I know we're all looking forward to seeing you in person, so I'm sure that's pretty soon. So we hear nothing but great things, and from all the regents, welcome. I will now ask Search Committee Chair Regent Don Flores, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move that Dr. Kelly Damphus be appointed as president of Texas State University with tenure as a full professor in the Department of Sociology with a start date of no later than July 1st, 2022.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
A second.
Second by Regent
Yep.
Harrell.
Second by Regional Harrell. Any discussion? Is there any objection to the motion? Hearing none, the motion passes. Congratulations. If you would like to say anything, Dr. Damphus, would you
Thank
like
you.
to say anything?
Yes, I would. Thank you, Chairman Austin.
Sure.
Thank you. And also thank you to the members of the board for expressing your faith in my ability to lead this great university. And I am honored and humbled by the opportunity that's being presented. And I am looking so much forward to being there. I also want to thank Chancellor McCall for his leadership during this interview process. And then during this time when I was the sole finalist, he's been gracious and helpful and has provided me with great insight into the university, into the system. And I'm looking forward to working alongside him as well. Special thank you also to the members of the search committee who poured a lot of effort into this process. I know that on the day that I visited with them, I was not able to get there very early in the day. And so they had to meet with me after dinner. And then my plane was delayed. And I know it had to be a long day for them, but their energy and enthusiasm inspired me to really be excited about the university. And the more I learned about the university, more excited I was about the prospects of being a part of it. I also want to thank the faculty and staff, students, and the community members who visited with me during my visit to San Marcos and Round Rock last week. If I had any lingering doubts before then, and I didn't, but if I had, those visits certainly went a long way to dispelling them. I was met with great enthusiasm by all those members of those different constituencies, and it made Beth and me more excited than ever to be part of that campus. And I would be remiss if I didn't join Chancellor McCall in thanking President Denise Trouth, someone who I have counted as a friend, as a colleague on the board of the Sunbelt Conference. And she has built at that university a wonderful platform for growth and huge potential for the university's transition into a Research One university. And it is something that she should be proud of. And I don't know, Chancellor McCall, if I'll be able to serve as long as she did, but I will do everything I can to serve as well as she did. And I'm grateful for her leadership and for her help during this transition period as well. Beth and I are extremely excited about coming home to Texas, and we cannot wait for July 1st to get here. I know that it seems like a million years from now, but it'll be here before we know it, but we're excited about getting there. We're looking forward to serving Texas State University, the Texas State University system, and the people of Texas, and we can't wait to get there. Thank you so much, Chairman Austin.
Dr. Damphus, I know I speak on behalf of all the regents. Welcome back to Texas. We look forward to meeting you in person.
Thank you so much. I can't wait to get back home.
Our next order of business is an item from Texas State University System for the authority to execute an agreement renewal with Barnes and Noble College Bookstore. At this time, I will ask Vice Chancellor Harper to lay out the item.
Thank you, sir. 10 years ago, the board approved an agreement between these three institutions, Lamar State College Orange, Lamar State College Port Arthur, and Barnes and Noble. The contract allows for the extension of the agreement, and this board motion simply affirms the chancellor's authority to execute the extension, and we have limited currently that to 5 years in the motion. That concludes my short summary.
Thank you, Daniel. Regents, do you have any questions? Hearing none, then I move that the chancellor be authorized to execute up to 5 one-year renewals of the agreement between Barnes and Noble College Bookstore, LLB, and Lamar University, Lamar State College, Orange, and Lamar State College Port Arthur for bookstore services with the term beginning May 1st, 2012. Do I hear a second?
Second. Just Regent Lee.
Regent Lee. Okay.
Second by Regent Lee. Any discussion? Is there any objection to the motion? Hearing none, the motion passes. As we have no other posted items, this concludes the meeting of the Board of Regents for the Texas State University System. If there is no objection, we will now adjourn the meeting. For the record, the time is 4:14 p.m. Thank you all and see you next month in Huntsville.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank
everyone.
you. Congratulations, Kelly.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you
Congrats,
all. I really
Kelly.
appreciate that. I'm so grateful. Thank you.
Sure.